we win. There's a lot to be played for, and it looks like we are off to the races.
And we got a key. And a key.
We've got a pod small key in the sanctuary.
And the Fisher Price shield.
Alright, it looks like thalane is going, heading south. He looks to be setting up an early fake flipper here.
Shout out to B-Train for his guide.
Meanwhile, Ursula is heading along to the south end here. Out of there, and it looks like thalane is heading up toward the witch's hut to be one of their first doors we're going to check. There are many doors, Link Boy, so there are many things we'll have to check along our way. Ursula also picking up a bomb there to go access some things in there, and we found the Palace of Darkness in the witch's hut.
Well, when you said about key, we found fun now. And the racing game that I think for the mirror, won't use that mirror for there, only for the entrance.
Yeah, thankfully for us, we're not going to try to find our way out of that, our way out into that race game quite yet.
Well, talking about race game, we got the left of race game, and that hollow house.
We're not going to follow that connector quite yet, but thalane is going to use the Palace of Darkness to pick up some guaranteed bombs. Open up our right side entrance, and we're into the desert. We're in a desert palace.
Desert right side.
So that's already 2 dungeons that we found the entrance of. It looks like Ursula is going to go ahead and dive into part of Desert Palace to see if there's something in this early accessible checks, as well as seeing if something is locked behind the boots.
Did you say Palace of Darkness or Desert Palace?
I perhaps did. And looks like thalane's going to go ahead and check this drop down. And we have found the back of Escape there on the first drop down.
Well, at least it's not on the pyramid.
Yeah, and it's 3 items. 3 items, flippers, $50, and another $50. So now we have the money to check on our bottle vendor, as well as some water toes. Always feels good.
Feels good, man.
There's just 10 arrows in the only checkable chest in Desert Palace. As we have found, the left side of the castle is in the library.
Well, we found many connectors. We just found 1, 2, 3 connector, and just that screen transition.
Yeah, so that's a lot of early connectors that were found. Always feels good. It looks like we have a vanilla
magic bat.
That feels good.
French vanilla, man.
Well, it just moved which was the exit. Alright, thalane going ahead and visiting our hobo under the bridge. And the front side of the tavern is an odd cave.
It's nothing. Well, the first GT key.
Alright, 1 GT small key so far, as Ursula has found
another connector.
Shuffled somewhere else in Kakariko Village. Looks like they're taking a note of this right now. I'm not going to follow it quite yet.
The face when you see so many connectors compacted in one place.
There are many doors, Link Boy. Alright, we will see what is in the Pond of Happiness on thalane's side. And we will get just some kind of fairy fountain. And that's Spiral Cave, another connector in early Kakariko Village.
But connector with an item, not just a useless connector.
But it is a one-way trip.
Well, 7 quid. Duh.
Well, at this point we're just trying to check off our doors and not exactly put Orphanus into a location. Now thalane's heading up to the Ice Rod Cave as Ursula is checking one of our a very few guaranteed entrances and finding a pod small key inside. Just a fairy fountain on thalane's side.
Another pod small key. Oh, well, you know, we found Era in the library with several arrows.
Interesting that Thalane is choosing not to check that stairs entrance, but of course he can't because he doesn't have mitts yet.
I would say Power Glove, not nets.
Excuse me, Power Glove. It's so bad. Meanwhile, Ursula has found the Tower of Hera in Kakariko. So he's gonna go, fortunately there was nothing really of note inside. Finally getting a tree pull check, and that's nice, 20 bucks.
Well, and since we're in Key Sanity, you can't tell by the music if it's pendant or crystal. You just know it when you clear it or a map.
Alright, and in the Overgrown House we found one of our darkened connectors, so that could be the Old Man Cave, or it could be the the Dark Cave Escape. We're not quite sure yet, but there we find a small key for Ice Palace and Super Bunny Cave, as well as 20 bucks on the lane side. So we'll see where this leads. We've seen 2 pod small keys, which kind of says maybe pod's a thing. But there's a lot to be figured out before we get there, as we find the other half of the race game here on Ursula's side.
Useless connector! Useless connector!
Yeah,
feels bad, man.
Definitely would be, because all that's going to do is get you further down Kakariko Village, as we have found the escape, the Uncle side of escape on the lane side, getting 3 bombs for Uncle.
And we found the Lumberjack, which is 20 rupee, and Thalane has his first sword. Sword.
Just a little left of vanilla, we pick up our first sword, as Ursula did find the front of the castle in Blind's hut.
Well, we found 2 way in the castle.
Now we find the brewery on the lane side.
And we found the Hookshot Cave.
Alright, Ursula, it's quite a bit of items. Unfortunately, we can't access any of them at this point. No bombs, no hookshot, no boots, no dice.
But keys.
As we find
key, we found a small key.
Growing in its natural habitat, and there's the chess game on Ursula's side. Unfortunately, he's broke.
He's broke.
And there's the Kakariko well on the lane side. A bevy of items to be found here.
5 items.
And the money that Ursula wishes he had right now. In that fortune teller chess game. Here's a fortune. You need more money, bro.
Well, you will get money soon enough.
All I have to do is head further down, so... You know, Ursula's about to pick up some money in the Kakariko well entrance he just found. So he's supposed to walk on over to the drop-down, which he will most likely do. Looks like we'll see some recursive checks, and Thalane will finally make his way into Kakariko Village. You'll see where Ursula decides to go next. And we'll see what the chess game is hiding on Thalane's side, because he's got the coin to do so. 50 bucks. And 50 bucks.
Well, found money to get more money. Seems legit.
Getting close to Zora money, but we do not have access to him quite yet. Or actually, I think the flippers override that gloves lock. Pardon me. Alright, so Thalane is going to head into Hookshot Cave. It looks like we don't have access to any of the items here, but perhaps just seeing where this connector goes.
Well, connectors lead to the connector. And finding Death Mountain, that's great.
How much of this do you follow, though? I suppose you just go ahead and check as much as you can. Alright, and here we have found, I believe this is the bottom of Paradox Cave. Alright, so... We've got some more items to check on the lane side.
Well, you know, I would have checked the top entrance first, instead of going for the bottom.
I think at this point he has items on his mind more than locations. As we find, unfortunately, just a Compass Desert Palace and 20 bucks on the bottom side of Paradox. We got 5 more chests to check here. As Ursula on our right side is making their way through the forest and deciding where they're going to head to next.
Chess game.
He's got the money for it. He may as well pick up his refund plus more. Alright, we've got 20 bucks, a map to Turtle Rock.
Yay, we'll know what the roar is.
That's a flute and the bow and 10 arrows for that bow. Paradox Cave coming up with some good items there.
Well, you just need boots, and you'll get the puzzle, the Randomizer easy mode. But we're not in Randomizer.
Alright, so Thalane did just check one of those other entrances, and it spit him out at the graveyard ledge. Blah, words. And that exit also puts him out back on Death Mountain.
And Paradox. But hey, we found Ursula in Death Mountain. And he gave us a Matt Misery Meyer and the red boomerang.
I love me some red boomerang.
Well, Misery Meyer is green pendant. Thanks game for giving me a useless math.
Well, at least we will know. We'll know how to get around the dungeon when we find it. We'll see. And Thalane did find another one of the dark connectors. So we'll see. It looks like. I believe this is the escape from Death Mountain. Judging by that keys he just killed.
I would say that's the old man cave, not the old man exit.
Yeah, that is the old man cave. So now we have the old man. So guaranteed this spits us out somewhere on Death Mountain. More importantly, it gives us the save and quit point.
But the mountain cave save point, but not the mountain cave exit.
And there's a small key to Turtle Rock as Ursula picks up their sword. And here we have found the King's Tomb. And the old man leading to the King's Tomb to find the Master Sword.
Master Sword. Well, you know, I guess that word is not. We'll just need a lamp, and I guess that word is in logic.
That is, of course, when we find Aga.
Yeah, but I guess that word entrance is in logic.
There's Checkerboard Cave, so Thalane, not something you normally dive, but for 3 ROMs, but being as he was only at 3, pretty good check. So far, we have not yet found Ganon, for those asking in chat. We have checked the 3 of the drop-downs, and we have found a Vanilla Magic, just left of Vanilla Magic Bat, the Kakariko Well, and now we found the Forest drop-down.
And before Ganon's gonna be Vanilla.
Wouldn't that be something? Well, Thalane has found where the old man ended up. Takes the heel.
Oh, for once, the mountain cave is on Death Mountain.
Alright, so we will see here now as Thalane has found a shop. Moving on here, and Ursula is in the sanctuary. Looks like he's going to check that drop down and know that this is going to be the back of escape. The items inside, nothing. And meanwhile, Thalane has found the bivvy of the items that is Blind's Hut here. Let's see what this puzzle reveals for us. We have a compass for Dark Palace.
A fire shield.
$20.
And a tempered sword.
Well, we definitely have offense at this point, but so far not too much that we complete. Though that pod play feeling pretty good revisit for Thalane. Only has one of the 2 keys that we found so far, but does have the bow, so that opens up quite a bit of checks.
Yeah, you know, offense is the best defense. You don't need much help if you're overpowered in offense.
Mel the cook on Alice would be proud. Alright, moving on to the lane side, checking more of the many doors on the Death Mountain to find a chess game, so he's saving and quit while Ursula is back into our Witch's Hut of Darkness, going to go ahead and make this check, and with their 2 keys in hand, potentially going to see a bit more than Thalane did the first visit. No access to the bottle goods, so if he wants to go further, he will have to spend the key on the main door.
No, Bo, key on the front door. Which Thalane? What? Maybe do, cause no hammer yet. Yet being the keyword.
Alright, so we're gonna high five our way into the Palace of Darkness. The thalane does have access to the bowlock side, so he's going that way before opening the door.
Well, we don't have bottles, so no bottle, so no potion glitch.
Alright, so Ursula does not have access to the bowlock side unless we find a bottle with something inside along the way here. That's both of their keys. No pod big key, so I don't think we're going to see any hammer yumping quite yet. But we are going to see this check here and probably the 2 dark checks on Ursula's side. Nope, they're going to go ahead and stay in logic. And take some turtle hugs to get them out the door. Alright, so item number 1 on the bowlock side of pod is a stash of rupees.
Couch cash.
Baby, I got your money, and that's a 3rd pod small key for thalane.
Yeah, a small key.
Or a 2nd, excuse
me. 4 pod.
That is thalane's 2nd, but the 3rd pod key that we found. So it opens up a bit more of the dungeon to thalane that he did not already have access to. But he'll only be able to make the same checks that Ursula did at this point, since he only has 2 keys coming in and did not have the third key that Ursula did find. Alright, so making our way through pod, Ursula is out of the Witch's Hut of Darkness. I'm going to make a few more checks along their way. So far, we have not found any of the pieces of the main Dark World access. And most importantly, we have not yet seen that Moon Pearl, which will give us access to the Dark World via connecting caves.
Wow.
We have not yet followed to see if we have any light Dark World connectors as of yet. Not to say that we don't have access to them.
Well, we don't need to worry about it, because we don't see Dark World yet.
Right, and it looks like thalane is done with the Palace of Darkness. Alright, Ursula, heading over to the Eastern Palace area. We'll see what, if anything, we find over here as far as checks or connections.
Oh, so how many drawdown do we have left to see?
Let's see here. We haven't been to. I don't think we've been to. We haven't been to Uncle yet.
Yeah,
like,
Uncle.
Vanilla Uncle. We haven't obviously been to the pyramid.
I think that's 2.
And thalane making good use of that death earlier was a save and continue. Then he burned his key, found nothing, so he hard reset to get that key back. Well,
Eastern Palace is, or Sashra maybe, I'll say Eastern Palace is the dam.
Well, that's a good thing. That is a good cave to find, because once you pull that, the dam is drained forever. So you don't have to worry about draining because of the obnoxiousness that is Crossworld's key sanity. You can't really mirror across. As we find nothing really in the dark rooms of Pod yet. Gonna continue on for thalane's side, see where they decide to go next. Ursula also has to make a few decisions, and imagine eventually we're gonna see a flute activation. And thalane looks to be heading that way because they have not yet been to Kakariko Village, so I'm feeling that that's where they're going to be head checking next, and turning on their swag duck. Meanwhile, Ursula
is the best duck.
Ursula heading down to number 5 and finds Mimic Cave. No hammer, so can't do much here.
Yeah, right. And thalane using the useless connector.
He's gonna feel bad. He's gonna feel kind of annoyed as he pops out. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, because it does get him the vanilla bottle with green goo and access to turn on his flute whenever he decides to do so.
Well, yes, but that's not a vanilla bottle. It's a vanilla bottle, but not vanilla content.
No, it
Oh,
gives them
champ, we found GT.
a little bonus. And hello, Ursula. We found Ganon's tower. And which door did he walk in? I missed it.
Lightworld High Cave.
What an interesting location to hide your tower directly, pretty much next to your mortal enemy's house.
Yeah, you know, quick action. And spying operation made easier.
I suppose you're right. Alright, so the torch is... I didn't actually see what the torch was.
Cash. But we found your hammer in escape.
Alright, so the lane feels good. That's more of pod that could have opened to him once we get some more keys here. We will need more keys before we can make our way down to the boss and see whether it has a crystal or a pendant. We'd also like to see a fire source, not that these runners can't handle some dark turtle rooms. See what else escape is, and that is the bomb shop.
Oh, Eastern at Thieves Town is 5 and 6.
Alright, so let's see. So I need to look at where that entrance to...
A minimal door.
Alright, so no... So we will need the mirror for...
No Ice Road Cave.
So in order to use the big bomb, we'll have to use the magic mirror to do so.
And, well, we found a mirror shield. But for Ursula, that's still a fire shield.
And there's our guaranteed big key, and our first Ice Palace small key.
And gotta go fast. Found
the
boot.
Bomb. And spoilers, Rosebud was the boots. That's feels good to find some shoes to go a little bit faster throughout the scene, and will give us access to, I forget what was on the library. That's the silver arrows. Whenever we go back to the library, which I'd imagine we may pick up when they head back that way, since it's a pretty easy check. And there's Thieves Town.
Oh.
And that's 4 easy items right there. That's a small key to GT. I mean, more of Ganon's Tower opened up when we get access to items that'll help us progress further. No, Ursula doesn't have the hammer to go further up the left side. Just a piece of heart on that side, while Thalane is going... I believe he's going to go follow the dark chest of... Actually, going to see where the castle front entrance spits him out.
Yeah, but feels great, man, when all the dungeon is centralized.
And all in Light World thus far. And there we finally have our Serenade of the Swag Duck played.
Well, found unuseful cane.
So far, nothing of use in Thieves Town.
I gotta disagree completely with you.
What did I
found
miss?
The cane of Samaria.
Oh, I guess I didn't pick that up. So, that key to Samaria and that GT small key, that's more checks that just got opened to us in GT. We need a fire source.
GT, known as Go There.
Indeed, and that's Spike Cave in Nagina.
Yeah, that was the same thing, the same entrance yesterday, in yesterday's race.
There's 20 rupees on the desert ledge. Alright, the lane clearing through more of Kakariko Village. About to find another one of those connectors.
Yeah, that's Spiral Cave.
Will he decide to dive it? Not quite yet, because it is a one-way journey. You have to make sure there's nothing else you want to check before you do so. Diving your way through that. As we find yet another connector on the lane side, we'll finally get to see where this is going. And here we have our... so if we had the mirror, that would be kind of useful, but as it is, not really.
It's kind of useful and useless at the same time.
Either way, we need a moon pearl for it to be of any use to us at this point.
A mirror.
And a mirror.
Just the mirror. And yeah, just the mirror. Because that was a dead end. Because you can jump off that edge.
Yeah, I feel you're right. And there is Thalane's other pod small key. Meanwhile, Ursula going for a swim, probably heading over to the hobo, which we know hasn't all that much of note, except for another GT small key, I do believe.
Well, you could end up doing the 27 27 chess in GT.
Well, he lacks a fire source to get through the right side.
More like a lack of red cane for thalane, which Ursula found.
But the lane may find themselves down to the desert path pretty soon, and he's running out of other locations to check through this light world. Still no sight of the moon pearl. We have not yet found Ganon. We still have... So what do we have left to check for drop-downs? Nobody's been to Vanilla Uncle.
Uncle and Pyramid.
I don't think there's any other drop-downs that I can think of in the game.
So you have two of the total polar opposites of drop-down. The useless one and the one that is always required.
It may be a while before we find our way over to that. So where's the front door of Desert Palace going to drop us out?
That cave.
And unfortunately, Thalane's stuck here. Because he can't go back into Hammer Pegs.
Well, you know, Ursula now has Silver Arrow.
Which, unfortunate, is he has the hammer, but because he doesn't have a moon pearl, he can't reopen the door.
Oh, Thalane's gonna find Spike Cave real soon.
In fact, just when he walks through this door here, and it looks like Ursula's going to check the Pond of Happiness, and perhaps we may get our first... he's a little bit short on Zora money right now. As Zora very much had been in logic with these flippers for quite a while. Now, Thalane walking into his non-flooded dam finds the chicken hut. Ursula already having pulled the plug on the dam. Meanwhile, we'll see what happens when we chase waterfalls in this game. And it turns out to be Graveyard Ledge.
Graveyard Ledge.
I prefer to stick to the rivers and lakes that I'm used to, which has the... But unfortunately, this waterfall, you better chase that thing. That's a moon pearl.
Well, if we don't have Bunny Wall, we won't have those.
Alright, so that's good thing for these runners is bunny walking won't really be a thing now, so that feels good for Ursula making their way up to the Zora side. We'll be able to see what King Zora himself has.
But we saw a map, so you'll definitely take the map.
I know, it seems like a really long walk for a map that could be a map for a dungeon it's already told you, like...
Well...
it could be the Thieves' Town or Eastern map.
Yeah, but a map is a map. You want that map.
Alright, information is power, and it's the map of Swamp Palace, so we'll know what Swamp is when we find it. And Thalane's got a cane.
Thalane's got his color shy guy cane.
Goes ahead and takes a hug from the Zazax, and they're out of there. So Thalane has not yet found GT, but when they do, they have quite a bit of access. They have the hammer to go through the left side, as well as the boots to bonk around.
Well, you could say that Oh. Oh.
I missed
Guys, we have a vanilla Ganon.
Alright, so that puts the nail in the coffin there. Ganon, we're gonna have to find Ganon. We're now gonna have to complete Ganon's tower in order to get access to Ganon. Meanwhile, Ursula just found the Spectacle Rock Cave.
So, I've got to say this. Is this even randomized? Ganon and Ganon?
Oh, it very much is. Unfortunately, just 3 bombs when you get up to the top here at the Spectacle Rock Cave. There are no hint tiles set up in Crossworld's Key Sanity, but Thalane's got his pearl, and he's going to walk up to King Zora and see what the King of all Scams is holding on to this time. And that's going to be information that Thalane has that Ursula does not. It seems like his Ursula's purse has held them back a little bit on this seed. The route they've taken, while giving them some good items, has left them short on money and a couple more frustrating points, and this one being rather key if Zora is holding on to something this time.
Life lesson. Small key.
It's a small key. And it's a small key to pod, which Thalane will need. Actually, I think at this point he doesn't, because of his save scum. That does, however, give Thalane the ability to finish the Palace of Darkness if he feels like doing it in the dark.
Yeah, that's still not in logic, because dark navigation never required. Save in Plendo, but we don't do Plendo.
Well, he's not in this tournament.
Yeah, until then, Dark Room are half of logic.
But interesting of note, well, one thing to note, we're 30 minutes in and we have yet to see a single big key in this race. Which is something I neglected to mention, that he needs to take care of the Helmasaur King. But Thalane decided to check what the drop-down prize is. Just 20 bucks, so they're out of there. Alright, moving across the world, Thalane heading up. He's going to go ahead and check what the boots are locking. What 2 entrances are here, while Ursula's raking through their clear of... That's Ice Palace at Bonk Rocks! We can't do anything with this.
Well, every dungeon in the light world feels good, man.
Well, we still have not yet seen Misery Mire, Eastern, or Eastern. As well as Swamp
twice,
or Skull.
You said it twice.
As Thalane waits for this.
Back of Skullwood, maybe, and Total Rock, and Swamp.
Still lots to be seen. Alright, and now we'll see what is in Spiral Cave. Just 10 sticks, but more importantly, where is it forcibly going to spit Thalane out? And they've found their way onto the top of Dark Death Mountain via the floating island.
Oh, Turtle Rock is Bumbos.
The Turtle Rock door is Bombos. Whether that'll be Turtle Rock's yet to be seen. Alright, head into this cave, and we found Turtle Rock!
Well, feels great, man. No medallion required. That was great, man. For the front part.
And we can only check one chest at this point. Since we don't have a fire rod. Unless I suppose he could go to... Oh, wow. Who wants to go to pod? More pod keys, anyone?
God, that seed say, hey, I want you to go to pod. Hey, I want you to go to pod. Hey, I want you to go to pod.
For nothing.
Warning reminder, go to pod.
Fortunately, nothing there, so we'll go ahead and clear out this Hoku Boku. And we will have access to whatever is in the Chain Chomp room, and perhaps a little bit further if Thalane decides to dig. Fortunately,
well,
not getting
you know, Tim jumped hard, so it won't take that. Oh, it did take that 6 part of damage.
That was ouchie.
Oh, where did... I didn't check Ursula's screen, but where did he get there? How did he get there?
He walked through a door and came out another door. Probably what happened.
Well, such detailed info.
Apparently from chat, it was the castle, one of the castle entrances spit him out there. Alright, so Thalane is going to go ahead and check the Vanilla Big Key location. As he waits out his Link's Awakening Shy Guy sprite. Come back, Hokuboku. We love you.
It's a Hokuboku? I just call it a Poki.
Yeah, the official name for it is a Hokuboku. What that means, I don't know. It's just kind of fun to say.
It's been Hokuboku. Don't try to understand everything.
Alright, and there's a Misery Mire small key.
Well, I think Ursula will just say, well, Hammer Peg, because I don't want to be stuck.
At least this time when Ursula comes to this, he's not stuck at Hammer Peg. He can at least go back in the entrance because he has the Moon Pearl. And we get some nice
Hammer Dash.
Oh, always feels good. Unfortunately, we didn't have the audio for him. A little bit of Zelda ASMR as he bunk, 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 bunk. Alright, so Thalane is going to see where Turtle Rock spits them out here. And
hey, you know,
we're on top of the castle.
That entrance was in logic.
And there's the Cane of Burna.
Cane of Ryan.
In
you know,
Eastern.
we have gold cane.
Just call us two canes. It looks like Thalane, while taking the heal from the Great Fairy, I believe they're gonna decide to use their TR small keys the way they did. That pretty much guarantees that they're not gonna save scum those TR keys. It looks like Thalane is about to head up. Let's go see where the front door of the castle leads.
Oh, you know, Ursula is now in Pelagia podcast and saw that Thief's Town was nothing.
Alright, open up the chess game and see what's inside. Hey, it's a shop.
Random shop. We all love random shop.
You know what? I don't really want this green potion, but I have to use magic in order to empty it, unfortunately.
Oh, we we found the back of Skullwood, and I found a Skullwood entrance. Is this even randomized?
Well, Skullwoods has its own little bit of randomization. Because of just how many entrances and exits it has, it pretty much just gets shuffled within itself. As Ursula has found Eastern Palace.
Yeah, you could have, like, front of Skullwood and that entrance instead of front to the back.
Alright, so it looks like he's going to see what part of Skullwood's hanging out in this back door. As we find the blue mail in Eastern Palace. Now, when Thalane finds this, he'll be a big key short of being able to clear more. Because here we are, still just about 40 minutes in, and there's still no big keys to be found. But we'll see what items are hanging out in here.
And before all the big key at the same place.
There's 20 bucks from the pot prison. Head south from there, check another chest. 3 bombs. I suppose we're right. We did find the big key to the castle dungeon. It's almost like it's in its guaranteed location.
Yeah, it's almost a guaranteed location.
Alright, Thalane making their way through the Dark Village. So we find a compass for Thieves Town.
Well, we found Bombos.
And more importantly, we have to find our way to that Bombos medallion. As that's the bumper cave, but we have to find the connector that puts us out there.
without Agina. Hello, Agina. Why are you in the dark world?
We'll see what the Desert Hermit has on in his stash, and that's a GT small key. That's more of Ganon's Tower open to these runners now.
GT, aka go there.
And that looked like Super Bunny. So that Bombos medallion, something we're gonna have to keep in our minds. So we have to find whatever spits us out there if we want access to that, and that could be our way through Desert Palace, or Ice Palace, depending on how things shake out.
Wow, yeah, that could be.
Alright, and Ursula, 1 through 30 digs yields just $5. As thalane does make sure to check that often forgotten the Shop of Curiosities there. Unfortunately, nothing really to be found.
Just a dark world fortune teller.
Thalane grabs a ferry outside the Dark World Fortune Teller, and what's inside, you ask? Bone Crocs.
Bone Croc. Giving about the desert.
What a map! What a steal!
What a steal! Oh! So we have a crystal for Swamp that I saw.
And a red pendant Turtle Rock.
Oh.
And the green pendant Mire we already knew about. So that ice rod may not be something to require, as thalane has found another entrance to desert, but now that he has the boots, he'll be able to pick up the cane of Brian hanging out on the torch, and that's ice. A long walk to a cold cave just gives the compass to Tower of Hera.
Compass, the most useless item in the game.
Unless you're really bad at keeping track of checks and dungeons.
Yeah, just in case I need to make it more useful, but nonetheless, not much useless. Hey, we found Swamp at the bomb shop. Let's full clear it to find the hook shot.
Well, there are a lot of checks that can be made in there, as they can't make any of these checks because they need that small key.
Small key, the gatekeeper key.
So we're missing all of our gatekeeper keys and all of our big keys now. We are 43 minutes into this key sanity, and we haven't seen a lot of keys.
But we know we got Hype Cave.
Alright, and what is in the cave formerly known as Hype?
It is
our first big key of the match in Cave 45 via Hype Cave, and that's the big key to Palace of Darkness. It's almost like this seed says, you need to go pod.
Well, friendly reminder, go to pod. Hello, go to pod.
But that reminder isn't going to be as good for Ursula, as they have not yet found their way to Paradox Cave, which has the bow.
Oh, right.
So until they make their way to Paradox, which I think one of those connectors was near Kakariko.
Well, without those keys for pod, we need a little navy ferry at our side saying, "Hey, go to pod every minute, just to harass ourselves."
I think at this point, though, we don't know if it's crystal or pendant. I mean, you may as well clear it. That's more checks that can be done. We now have access to the big key and the dark maze, as well as the box itself, if it's crystal.
You know, to be that in logic, we need the lamp.
I don't think these runners care about a lamp at this point, though. That would be the logical piece we are missing, but at this point, who knows where that light could be?
Well, to be logically speaking, they need the lamp. Because, you know, could be, hey, there's something you need in a dark room. in pod, but logically you need the lamp.
Alright, so Ursula's making their way through the pod area, finds the game of chance.
Game of chance. Game ball game.
Not gonna check the pod, not gonna spend the 110 rupees with Kiki the monkey quite yet. I'm gonna see what's down here in this location.
5 dark location. Fortune teller. We don't need fortune teller.
Here's your fortune. Leave. I think at this point the fortune teller is saying, "Go to the next room."
Or maybe they will say, "I quit my heart."
There is a bottle of red potion for Thalane, but he's going to take a few anti-fairy hugs to get the heck out of Eastern.
Out of Eastern. And we got Kiki the monkey, the scariest monkey.
The greatest extortionist in all of Hyrule. 110 rupees normally opens up pod, but in this Crossworld Ski Sanity, who knows what that door is? And we'll be Ursula in just a moment. Open the door, and we have ourselves...
Nothing much!
The Kakariko Village Bomb Farm.
Well, life lesson.
Now, some say that King Zora is the greatest extortionist, but he's not always guaranteed to be holding on to progression in this seed. While Kiki the monkey, you absolutely have to pay him the 110 rupees if you want to get through pod. Alright, Thalane striking the earth between 1 and 30 times just to be rewarded with a blue rupee at the end of it, as we saw on Ursula's side. They're back in the Light World Kakariko Village area. We'll see what they're going to head and clear next. But it looks like they're going to follow that race game, which I believe was a connector we did not yet follow. Actually, no, he's heading back into Desert Palace.
Well, you know, for another connector for Kakariko, we need a mirror for the left side race game.
Alright, Thalane heading over into... Check, see Stumpy, get his 10 sticks, turn him into a tree.
10 sticks. 10 sticks. Now we can have popsicles.
The fairies are seem to be in a lot of these prize packs. Alright, so Thalane gonna he's gonna go ahead and check this fairy fountain first. And you know, that's the Ice Rod Cave.
That's my Ice Rod Cave. With nothing much in it. Just
unfortunately he just had to realize, like, oh wait, this is the thing that has a chest in it. I should probably go check it. It's just a compass for the Tower of Hera, but you never know. It could have been in his.
Oh, thanks, game. Something I don't need.
You know, Ursula's heading into Skullwoods, gonna see what checks he could do there. Alright, and the bomb Thalane. Pardon you, and that is Thalane's swamp that he can't do anything with because he has not yet found the dam.
He has not yet go to Eastern. Yeah, I see Eastern because I know he definitely go inside Eastern, but he didn't go to Eastern.
But there he's gonna pick up his big key for the Palace of Darkness.
Friendly Rider, good pod.
So with that clear, he may make their way over there.
Oh, I can say the Friendly Rider, good pod, at least 4 more, say 3 more times, cause Ursula didn't find 3 more pod key.
Alright, Thalane clearing through the Dark World Fortune Teller, going to find the fairy fountain inside. Meanwhile, Ursula clearing through more of the Skull Woods checks. Thalane heading south, and he's gonna go for a little bit of a swim here.
Well,
I think he's gonna go check the Dark World shopping mall.
Yeah, I was going to say Dark Hole Ice One Cave.
Well, you can't check the shopping mall because we're still 50 minutes in and we have not yet found a single glove.
Well, you know, we have bombs.
Do we even lift, bro? No, we do not.
Oh god, that meme. Do you even lift? No, bro.
No, we do not. Alright, and we found, there's Hammer Peg's cave, Piece of Heart. Does fill another container for thalane. Ursula gonna go ahead and check out the pot prison, nothing to be seen there. So here we are, 50 minutes in, we are missing a lot of keys. As well as rods, a hookshot, a mirror, gloves,
medallion, compass.
We do know where one of the medallions are, but we don't know how to get there. We have to figure out whatever exit is going to spit us out on top of Bumper Cave.
Yeah. Also, we need to learn how to live.
My Thalane is getting a small reminder of that fact now. And Ursula using their guaranteed key and making their way out.
Pinball room. Yeah, cause if you don't find a key here, then you'll get soft lock. Soft lock without
the lane is making the way to the Pyramid of Power. Setting up that spin speed and see what is on top. Just a piece of art. So we're out of here. Eventually we will have to come back when we inevitably have to go take care of Ganon. It is vanilla location for once. Ursula gains eyes of their Bombos medallion and realizes I have no idea where that exit's going to be. Right, Ursula checking into the Dark Lumberjacks, finds his Agina, and he's gonna go ahead and be disappointed with his GT small key. Now, at this point, Pod and Ganon's Tower seem to be the most the best options for Thalane, while Ursula is only really looking at GT. Without that bow from the Paradox Cave, there's a lot being held back on Ursula's side.
Yeah, GT, aka go there.
Definitely seems to be that way today. Alright, Thalane's gonna go ahead and visit the extortionist Kiki. The monkey made me really disappointed when he spent what door he spent 110 rupees on.
Kiki, the greatest scam of a dark wall eye room.
So at this point we have not found a single fire source. No gloves.
We don't lift. We don't travel. We don't travel over hole. Well, hovering could be said as that, but
well, so I did see Thalane practicing the hovers a while ago. I'm not sure if Ursula has.
If we really wanted to, it could.
Speaking of hovering.
Yeah, it could murder Zen into hovering all of Hookshot Cave.
One of these checks is in logic via the Boots Bonk, and that's a small key to Misery Mire. Oof. Not the small key we were hoping for.
Well, yes and no. I'd say, oh, there's a palace like Crystal number 1.
Well, we have not yet found Misery Mire at this point.
Yeah, but we got that Lightfall check for Desert Palace. Crystal number 1.
Alright, so Thalane is going to go ahead and follow this exit for Spiral Cave now, finally. As Ursula just gets the unfortunate news that takes him basically nowhere.
Nowhere.
Alright, so Thalane is back on top of the Dark Mountain.
Well, Whitman Pearl, that's give it a much more tank.
And here we have the potion shop now. So if we find the mushroom, we now know where the reward for that mushroom turn-in is. And there's Sick Kid. So 2 fetch quests right next to each other. And there we have our first lift upgrade. 55 minutes in, the Bottle Kid has been working out when he's not sick. My god, we've got lifts.
Well, you know, Sick Kid is sick because he got muscular sickness. That's what the seed is saying. That the Sick Kid, in fact, is a bodybuilder.
Alright, so Thalane, with their newly acquired lifts, is going to go ahead and knock out some of these entrances that they can pick up via lifting. Well, Ursula has found Turtle Rock and is going to go ahead and see how much they're going to decide to clear here. Walking into the Light World Shopping Mall, we have today
the Ferry.
Pyramid Ferry. So we got a small key to Thieves Town, so when we get access to the back of Thieves Town, we can take care of that big chest as well. And we also found a bottle of blue goo.
Well, Chad was saying, would have been funnier if Sick Kid had the mushroom. Yes, that would be fun. Also,
unfortunately, but it would have been obnoxious in the same way that there we find our other fairy, just $20 and $20.
Oh, so Chad, we found our last pod key.
Wow, so many pod keys.
No, I don't know if we found it. But well, in case we found it,
I think we found at least, we have 5 on Thalane's side, so that's basically all the small keys.
So at least I know that one was added on Ursula's side, so friendly reminder, good pod.
But unfortunately, but this time Thalane decided to go there. He's in GT, and with the Kate of Samaria, he'll have access to a few more checks that Ursula did not.
Well, he doesn't have the cape, so he can't do Tile Room.
Well, he can do Tile Room. He just has to do the intended way.
The lazy way? The lame way? I should say the lame way, not the cool way.
Well, it's a good thing that Thalane learned to dodge. This is going to go ahead and have to dodge these tiles and these wall masters.
Well, master. But wall master should be on the wall, not on the ceiling. Why are they calling wall master? Well, they are in the ceiling. They should be called ceiling master.
And there's a big key to Skull Woods. So we'll open up the big chest.
Call it. My prediction is going to be true. And before it's my big key and in GT maybe.
Well, we can't go any farther on the right side without some source of fire, so the lane's going to head over to the left side and bonk their way around. Finds 300 rupees on Bob's torso. For now, Bob lives. And Thalane realizing they can't really get any further without a hover to start this out.
Thalane, remember featuring video in the lobby channel. Yeah, he did clearly a video for that.
Alright, so there is it looks like we're setting up a bomb jump here.
And getting failed at. And the pit says no.
Not quite, and that's a death.
Death. RIP.
Well, it's not a common scenario you find yourself in. As far as you know, what he's attempting could be out of logic, unless that hookshot's hiding somewhere we have not yet checked. There was Palace of Darkness that had lots of things.
Well, I think with Pegasus Boot and that thing, maybe I could. I know if it's considered in logic, but let's say it's considered in logic. Not however is out of logic.
But Thalane does manage to peel off the hover here, so that's 4 more checks. There's
The big key to Mr. Mario.
Mr. Mario big key. Just a piece of heart. $20.
And a
And a
muffin.
compass.
Well, looks like our star is going to find is bow.
Finally having made their way to Paradox Cave, so they'll have access to Clearing Pod, which is, you know, all these checks are still on logic without some sort of light source. And we get some red boomerang strats on the lane side. Always feels nice. Another small key so they can keep progressing.
Well, I know the Shy Guy can reverse throw boomerang.
Cool guys don't look at boomerangs. Or should I say shy guys don't look at boomerangs. Alright, and there's the Swamp Palace small key, but he still hasn't drained it.
Yeah, but you know, we won't find the hood shot. The hood shot is required for that small key, cause bomb jumped. So you won't be able to find a hook shot. Really, you need to find a hook shot before that.
Oh look, the map to Hyrule Castle. Just what I've always wanted.
Only about that is not needed. And
there's
we got
Ursula's bow.
the flute and the bow for Ursula.
I wish they had that a bit sooner, but at this point, I mean, a lot of the seed is being locked away by keys or light. Hi, Bob.
Well, we all know that it won't be on ice Armos.
And speaking of Armos, time for some Armos on ice. The thalane did not pick up the silver arrows from the library.
Well, I think it just didn't remember that. Oh, it just like either the time to get them, or just like, oh, I just forgot it.
Compass Ganon's Tower, piece of heart, and $20. Ganon's Tower, meh.
And before before my prediction is true as GT, aka go there.
Now, if the Swamp Palette, I mean, the only thing that is in logic out of that, that he picked, most of the things they picked out of there, the main thing that came in logic was the Skullwood's big key.
Chat said the Stalforce room was out of logic.
But I thought the Skullwood's big key was in Tile Room.
No. It was, Mr. Mario big key there.
Ah.
And Skullwood's was Stalforce room.
Alright, so I got it backwards. As I do. That was an interesting spin speed setup there by Thalane.
Well, speaking of Mr. Mario, we found it.
Well, we may just... Now, with that Misery Mire Big Key, there might actually be progression here.
If a hookshot is there, then yes, Misery Mire is.
Or a lamp.
Yeah. No, Misery Mire, if we found a lamp and a hookshot for the big key, then that is logically completable. Theoretically, it is already completable.
I do believe that Thalane will go ahead and just knock out Misery Mire here in one shot. Though they will not be able to open up the fire-locked portion of this dungeon, as we are still without fire an hour and 4 minutes in.
Well, blue boomerang, red boomerang people, unite! We have them both!
there can be 2 boomerangs in this world. As that fire shield really wasn't that effective.
Yes, they can be 2 boomerang, or only one, which would be the green boomerang.
What would that even do?
Oh, just be better than they have the good side of the blue and the good side of the red.
So the no lag plus super distance. Wouldn't that be something?
Yes, it's already it already exists.
Wouldn't that be a kind of a flip of the scale, as green being the kind of the lower value color in this game? Thalane makes a mad dash, big key, just $300.
Couch cash. Hey, don't blame green color. Green color is a cool color.
Alright, Ursula has found their ice pallets and realized, I
don't have fire
here. Alright, so Thalane is going to go ahead and knock out Vitreous, it would appear. Vitreous won't be holding any progression as far as we know.
It can. It can contain progression because green pendant.
It could have later progression, but no guaranteed progression now.
No logical progression, but no lamp, horror shot.
Thalane, getting bullied around by these Hydra statues, finally finds the darkness.
Oh, chat, we need the hood shot because Measure Meyer big key, which is locked by hook shot, to be on logic.
And that's unfortunately just a compass through Mimic Cave.
Maybe that room, but yeah. Let's say I'll say hook shot. Yes, maybe I said that, but let's say they need a hook shot.
Alright, so Thalane has decided that's enough fumbling around in the dark for me. Alright, meanwhile, Ursula is going to go ahead and see what is in Spike Cave, which has been in logic for quite some time.
Since can live.
Alright, we'll see a long walk through a spiky cave, and that is the magic mirror!
Yeah, now I can see how beautiful he is.
And more importantly, open up a few more entrances.
Few more? Are you kidding me? Almost all of them.
There are many doors, Link Boy, and just more of them just to be found with that mirror. Alright, so Thalane getting their information via the map check here.
Yeah, no new information. So hey, runner, do map check and take it like at least 5 minutes so we can have all the information we need.
Alright, Ursula finally finding their way into the King's Tomb and finding their Master Sword.
And probably Tempered Sword soon.
I believe that is up in this direction, so Thalane, with their big keys, gonna see what is in the big chest of Skull Woods. That's just $50.
Pocket change.
So far, Ursula has the biggest find in quite a while with that magic mirror via the Spike Cave. We'll see what doors they open up to themselves.
Well, Tower of Vera, for a starter. Because you know, they couldn't get to Tower of Vera otherwise.
Alright, so what is in the bumper ledge? just a house.
We find blind huts, which I think it was already checked by Thalane.
Indeed it was, but no good bevy of items that Ursula is hoping is progression, but we know unfortunately will not be the case.
Just a muffin. Hey, good. Hey, friendly reminder, good bad.
Looks like the lane's gonna go ahead
on the
and
tempered sword there.
looks like the lane's gonna use his lifts and head on over to Catfish.
Bro, do you even live? That Shy Guy says. Yes, bro, I lived.
Finally, they lift. It took us a little over an hour to find that. So yes, the king of all scams had just a bleh key. And that's 3 bombs from our fish.
Yeah, fish like fruits.
But the lane kind of running out of locations. You'd like to see them make their way over to where Spike Cave is located in order to gain access to that mirror. Now we'll see what Ursula will find in one of the few mirror lock locations as starters. It looks like they're going to go ahead and check a bunch of these other entrances first.
Well, that was not mirror lock.
But is this his first visit to this side of Dark Death Mountain?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, hello, Razor Rider again.
Now Ursula's going to go ahead and clear their way through Mire here, as there's nothing locked behind those glove upgrade right now. As far as like absolutely locked behind that one spot, all those rocks are not a whole lot.
Oh wow, I could say easy access to some area of the Dark World from the Light World.
And it does give us access to the vanilla portals at least.
And oh, we have the mirror shield for. As we also know, we got the mirror shield for Ursula.
Of course, there is the one thing that the glove is locking, and that's the magic mirror in the Spike Cave. But that was, as far as any of the other glove lock locations, nothing of note.
Yeah, but that's a huge progression for Grasky.
Thus far, hasn't spit us out anything yet, but we're heading into the Eastern Palace entrance. So thalane did finally find their access to the dam.
Well, I hope this, maybe this is dam. I find the dam.
It'll be good for them, so they'll have access to Swamp Palace eventually, and they do have the Swamp Small Key via Ganon's Tower, so if they decide to, that's a lot of items open to them, but it will not be the progression they're looking for because of how it was locked. Alright, and let's see what the lane is headed off to next.
Well, Ursula is uniting the people of the blue and the red. Boomerang. Well, I'm eager to see Tower of Era entrance. Oh, right. Telling us a swamp on a small key. Circle along. Actually, see what's in there. Hey, we found the top of Bumper Cave. No cape feels bad, man. Also, Swamp Palace, best palace.
Interesting that Thalane is choosing to dive this, as it won't have the progression they're looking onto, but it is just a large amount of items.
Yeah, that can be a hook shot.
It will not be hookshot. But in Thalane's mind, it won't be either. But it could be holding on to some other big keys. And that's not to discount that.
Yeah. Oh, C-shaped house has a small key for pod. Friendly reminder, good pod.
I believe that is our final small key, our pod's final small pod key as well.
And found a map for Scrollwood.
The dive-through palace of Further Gainus Tower only provided the Swamp Palace small key, as well as the Mire big key and the Skullwoods big key. None of those big keys led to anything of note, and we know that the hook shot was required to gain access to Swamp, so it cannot be in here.
Yeah, it can be in Swamp. It can't.
But we are still looking for the lamp and a few other progression items. So it leads to wonder how long it will take Thalane to pick up their... to go over to the Spike Cave and pick up their magic mirror.
Yeah, I would say most of the item, logic-wise, is locked by the lamp as of now. After that, it's hook shot. Oh, imagine if we find a shovel just really late.
Alright, so that's the back of Desert found on the top of Death Mountain. Found by Ursula. I can't clear it right now. We're still missing a fire source and the big key. As here we are, an hour and 20 minutes in, just about. And we have what, three big keys? Alright, so here's the final check in Swamp for Thalane.
Cash. But at least we could say we found most of our dungeon entrance. Most of them. Like a back of TR remaining. And back of Skullwood too.
Alright, so Thalane is going to go ahead and use his pod. Go ahead and flute directly to pod. And just finish out this dungeon.
I think Thalane is getting tired of my friendly reminder. Good pod. And putting that to use.
Now all is being locked logically behind the lamp, which you have not yet seen, so Ursa's going to go ahead and into checking these entrances on top of the palace.
You know, we have one chest left in pod that is not lamp locked. Cat could have the lamp. A small key to Desert Palace. Thanks.
Well,
that
there's
is lamp locked.
That does open up 2 more items.
Yeah, but lamp locked.
You are not. You are right. The lane has not yet checked the vanilla big key location.
Well, we found the shovel.
We're shoveling in the dark.
Well, shovel is lamp lock.
Alright, so the lane has made their way out of the dark maze.
Good job on Thalane for doing the dark maze in the dark.
Alright,
Is that just our lamp?
And
I'm seeing in the future. I'm seeing such in the future.
And Thalane shows his frustration for that lamp location. Lamp in the harmless hallway. That's a tough location.
Yeah, I see the future now.
So that lamp, an hour and 20 minutes in, we finally can set things on fire, and that's been available to us for quite a while.
But in 1 hour 20 minutes, that looks like most of the things Stanley did in Logic. Most of his stuff. Most.
So that's more of the game open up to us. We will see where this fire source leads. First thing it's going to lead us to, however, is the Helmosaur King.
Helmosaur King and Tower Ferra and Desert Palace.
Put the Easter checks back into
three things you need to do that you couldn't do in Logic.
Well, Desert Palace, we do have the small key, but we have not yet seen the big key, which we would need to open up the door to Land Molus. For those asking in chat, he did save Scum a key earlier, so the 2 checks in the bottom dark room aren't going to be checked because he already checked them, but save and quit to save or reset to save his key. So he does. So he will. So a full clear for him will read 12 out of 14. So he's going to hammer out his differences with the Helmosaur King and see what the prize is inside. So far, pretty cooperative on the Helmosaur King side. Alright, and down goes the Helmosaur King. So here we are, 1 hour, 22 minutes, almost 23 minutes in, and we finally have our first boss kill. 3 bombs and a crystal. My god.
What was a crystal?
Good information to have.
I don't know which one, but I can say
it is not 5 or 6.
Well, it's not 5 or 6, neither 1, because we know where is the crystal number 1.
And there's the mirror shield outside the dam.
Oh, Tiny's gonna check King's Tomb.
Yeah, we'll see what is in the King's Tomb location on Ursula's side.
Oh, wow.
It's Turtle Rock.
That's interesting.
That's an interesting place for that entrance. Thalane gonna see where the old man spit out is, and that's the Light World Fortune Teller south of the house. But lamp progression coming up big, as now Thalane can clear through a few more things that could not previously.
No, that puts most things of what he did in Logic now. Like all the dark room he did, the dark maze, and stuff like that. Now it's in Logic.
And that does give us hello. That connector cave spit us out in the desert.
The face when you can't speak properly.
And there we have Agate Tower.
Well, but I don't think we have keys for that yet.
Yeah, we have not yet seen any Castle Tower keys. So we cannot have access to the 2 items inside. Unfortunately, Thalane is heading away from where they need to go, which is Agina's to open up Spike Cave, but he wants the silver arrows.
Silver arrows. is always good.
So the lane is back into Kakariko Village. Thank you for the correction, as he had access to one Aga Tower chest. So Thalane walking over and realizes I never actually looked at Race Game, but it's only $20, so meh.
Well, but at least cat would be good to check, since there's a palace.
Alright, that's 2 more checks available to him after finding that Desert Palace small key. Check number 1, $20.
Check number 2, in before big key. No, either. Oh.
Yes, we have a Bolt coin. May open the mire entrance, though we don't have access to mire yet. We haven't found a connector that spit us out there, and we haven't found a Titansmith either.
Yeah. But, well, you know, we knew how to live like maybe half an hour ago. Did you expect us to beat even gods for such short amount of time?
Alright, so the Thalane's gonna go ahead with their lamp, gonna take care of Vitreous now that they can see where the heck they're going.
And it's in logic.
So let us see, that's 3 checks open errors now, and now we have access to the Firelock side, as well as Vitreous. So imagine Thalane's probably heading left side. Pulling out the lamp pretty much confirms that. I don't need no stinking key from that berry.
I got a piece of heart. Well, and judge to say, where was the lamb? Ursula just found this lamb.
If you looked on Ursula's screen, you saw it in the Harmless Hellway. And oof, we have had access to that light source for quite some time.
Almost since 1, 2, 3, 4 key maybe?
It really just depended on how you spent your keys to gain access to that. As far as logic goes, I'm not sure.
Yeah, for 4 keys I think paying with Roundor.
Unfortunately, just little lumps on the Firelock side. So with that, Thalane is heading over to take care of Vitreous now.
But at least he has Silver Rose with him. That's going to be really helpful.
Now, this Vitreous fight won't be anything of difficult for Thalane. We'll make our way through more of
cutscenes.
Shake the ground. Ursula's gonna head down and hammer out their difference with the King of all Helmosaurs, while Thalane is making the way to Vitreous. Boss fights on both sides here, folks.
How synchro? No, we don't have sync. Rip the sync.
Unfortunately, but though thalane is going ahead and checking, is just deciding to go for some spin strats while he's got the health. Definitely a little speed, 2 arrows to the eyeball, and wow, that was a fast, vitreous fight just to get an arrow refill. And just the green pendant.
A green pendant. Well, you know, Sashwala.
Hasrala could have an item that you just make you have to make your way up there to the mountain where he is.
And also, pedestal. We all love the pedestal.
Pedestal, let's see, what could Pedestal be holding at this point?
Fire rod?
Nope, Turtle Rock is a pendant.
Yeah, right.
Can it be the hook shot?
Well, Swamp is a crystal, which so surely require the hook shot. Depends of that one chest and Total Rock and rotting wise of Ice Palace. If Ice is do we have all our pendant that discovered or not?
No. Right now, our last pendant could be in either Hera, Desert, Ice Palace, or Swamp.
If Ice is a pendant, depending on how the seed wants you to rot it, then
a key logic being a thing. Misery Mire was not requiring a hookshot because we had the boots.
Yeah, Ice may require the hookshot. Might.
Depends on the on key logic.
Well, keys and easy mostly.
Oh yeah.
Heck over key logic. Mostly. Yeah,
because the Misery Mire Big Key was in Ganon's Tower tile rooms. We didn't need the hookshot for that. So thalane finally go ahead and check the sewer chest for them. That's $20. Meanwhile, Ursula is gonna go ahead and make our one castle tower check.
Well, you know that could be huge.
Alright, our first chest is
a map for Tower Farah.
Burrito. That's nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. I would say could be useful. Because it'll let us know what could be on pedestal. If it is,
I don't know if we're gonna get a map check on Ursula's side though, as they seem to be mulling over their options.
Let's all Ursula do a map check. Map check, map check, map check, map check, map check.
But thalane definitely needs to get this. Definitely needs to make their way into Agena to pick up their mirror at some point here.
Agena, you mean Spike Cave?
It is Agena location and Spike Cave, and that's the other side of Ice Rod Cave on thalane's side. In the Hookshot Cave location.
I don't usually refer entrance by location by the entrance, but more like, oh, that location, that place, not the location.
Well, it says Crossworld's Key Sanity, but thalane has gotten themselves to 6, and looks like they're heading over to again. Yep.
Again, yep. You were right. We got a new character in the Link to the Past. Again, yep. I don't know that character. Again, yep.
Again, yep, indeed.
Again, yep. Likes to do armor, yep.
Alright, and with that, he will have his magic mirror now.
You will see how beautiful he is.
I say he's the most beautiful shy guy in the land, as Ursula unfortunately runs into the poem. Such beauty, such dreams and dreamers. She almost runs into it a second time. Oh boy. But now Thalane is up on the mountain and will have access to the Tower of Hero location, which Ursula has not yet gone to. Ursula's going to go ahead with their lamp and clear out Misery Mire now.
I think he did.
Oh, you're right.
Much.
A while ago.
Yeah, he did.
And there's Bumper.
Bumper Cave.
Unfortunately, we still need to figure out how to get out of Bumper Cave. As the Bumper
Where
Cave,
is the cave?
the Bumper Cave exit will spit you out at the Bombos Medallion, which could be our way through Ice Palace. We don't know yet. Alright, so Lane walks into the back half of Desert, realizes no big key, no dice. Many more doors to check here on Light World Death Mountain. That's the Dark Sanctuary. Alright, so there's the Sea House for Thalane, picking up their final Pod Small Key, though they've already taken care of the Helmosaur King. Alright, Thalane back to the village. Looks like they're headed into the Dark World with their mirror. We have not yet found the Smiths.
Yeah, we found the Smiths. Yes, we found them.
Where did that happen?
Maybe 1 hour ago?
Oh, okay.
Maybe? But I can't say where they are. I can't remember where they are. But we did find them.
Alright, so if the lane remembers where they're at, we can pick up Jeremiah with some mirrors. It looks like the lane may be thinking that.
You know, we need to beat God if we want to get Jeremiah.
I was thinking of inverted for some reason.
Inverted is the worst mode ever. Ever.
I will disagree with you on that one.
I disagree with you on your disagreement.
But we do have, with this mirror, we can see where this other exit of...
Well, it leads to nothing.
Shop.
Well, K45 is next on the list of River 5.
Alright, and what's K45 got for us today? The back of Skull Woods! Hey, Mothula, let's dance!
Well, if you want to do out of logic things, sure.
I think at this point, having found it, Thalane will clear it. Technically, we need to fire... Hello, Hookshot!
Well,
maybe not!
Rip the pen, we found the hookshot.
Alright, so that's the end of the pedestal for us, folks, but with that hookshot, that's a lot of things that Thalane can get into now.
I gotta,
They can that opened up clearing a lot of the dungeons that could not clear, as well as more checks.
Wow, yeah, could say that. Wow, yeah.
With that, Thalane is going to walk straight into Swamp Palace and clear the rest of this. And since it will, and that is our logical access to get to, will give us our access to Aga 2, which we will have to clear this seed, because Ganon's hiding in his usual home.
Ganon was just lazy this seed and say, nope, not moving.
Still no Swamp Palace Big Key, so that chest will remain unchecked.
And that could be a potentially GD Big Key. Oh, right, oh. You know, for the pedestal is not dead.
Oh yes, key. Item-wise, it is dead. Key-wise, it is alive.
We still have keys since we're in key sanity mode.
It is item dead, but not key dead.
Yeah. Oh, Captain, no. Just let us have fun. We need to have our fun.
Well, there's our castle tower small key for Thalane.
Yeah. We need to have our fun. To have our fun with cursing them with something useful and required is on the pedestal. Well, also, yeah, some chat said, item-wise, it is not dead yet, because book plus stone tablet.
Well, that would be a rude chain of progression. And with the book being on the pedestal, I'm curious, what is the book? Do anyone know what the book text is for pedestal? Please tell me it's why you're reading this. This is a paradox. I like it. Oop, Thalane misses that first silver arrow shot, but the second one falls true. That is the end of Argus. Is rewarded with the small key to Skull Woods and a 5/6 crystal. Actually, I've been correct on that. It is a crystal. Crystal is true. Number is wrong.
Well, since I noticed they have all 6 key to pod, for Thalane has only 5. But since I clear pod, I can do my friendly reminders.
They have definitely gone to pod. And what an inconvenient location to find a lamp it was.
And before I was a foreseer with saying, "Hey, go to pod," because it has a lamp. Oh. Well,
hello, strike the earth, and that's the Ganon's Tower Big Key!
Well, pod definitely required for 2 things. Crystal, shovel, and the shovel.
And we definitely need that Ganon's Tower Big Key this time, because he's hiding on the Pyramid of Power. Alright, and Thalane now into Hookshot Cave with their hookshot in hand. That's 3 more checks available to them. Ursula heading over to the Dark World shopping mall. First extra check is a heart container. Second one being 10 euros.
And
50 bucks. Rest of Hookshot Cave being dry.
You know, I think we might not need the Titan's map.
Wait. Chad bringing up a good point.
Oh,
Ursula seems to have skipped the shovel in the dark maze of Pod. Perhaps thinking they had already cleared it.
What?
So they have no access to the Ganon's Tower Big Key. Unless they get a random inkling, it's going to be a long time before they find their way back to there. That may have just sealed this race for Team Awesome, but still a long way to go, folks. We're still looking for a lot of big keys. And the fire rod.
Thank you, Tracker. Thank you, Sterling. Well, Sterling says, nah, Ursula didn't go to the big chest. So, well, we could almost say GG Thalane.
We will see. There's still a lot of race to be seen, folks, as we did find out that the second key for the castle tower yields us with, or the second check is just 20 bucks. Nothing there, so Ursula's going to go ahead and make through. They've got their Misery Mire big key in Ganon's Tower. They're going to clear through here and find A little bit more than that, but and meanwhile, Thalane with the Ganon's Tower Big Key is heading straight up the climb.
Yeah, and with
And
one
let us hope that
small
they don't forget to check the big chest.
And you got one small key. Yeah.
This Thalane's routing now orphans the Ganon's Tower Big Chest.
Well, that could be a chance to hit him. Not hit him. Sorry. Oh, last commentating. Through my vein. I heard so I could a chance to catch up. But if being the keyword here has something required.
It may be a long time before we see this. But Thalane will have access to the Big Pig himself once they find the Thieves' Town Big Key, the Desert Palace Big Key, the Eastern Palace Big Key.
They don't need Thieves' Town Big Key. They don't need that for defeating Thieves' Town.
Yes, you do. You have to, because you need the Big Key to get back to the area where Blind is.
Oh yeah, to rescue Blind indeed.
Yeah, but in order to get to the back of Thieves' Town, the Big Key is required.
Oh, right. The keys ain't you screwing, messing my mind.
It can definitely happen. We are missing a lot of big keys right now, and that has been the story of the siege. Is like, where are the keys? This is key sanity. We haven't seen any keys. Those asking, why are we ascending Ganon's Tower? Well, one, there's a few items. Two, it's a vanilla Ganon, so this is 100% required if you want to complete this seed.
Yeah. But also, you may want to check how chat. Unlike regular mode, which is normal open and standard mode. You usually don't check those chests.
Alright, so there's Ursula has eyes in the big chest, but no key. Well, Thalane waits for this torch to go out to make sure that they complete this puzzle correctly.
Since no fire rod.
I have to do this the slow way. Hello, Bob.
The slow way is the lame way. Cause we want to go fast.
Oh, Thalane does a little faster with that bonk there. Snipes the correct Helmosaur. We get the pod map. And the big key to Turtle Rock.
Well, my prediction is even more correct.
What other chest here to check?
Oh, right.
Hello, big key to Swamp Palace, which is just a quest, but you know.
For the record, it has 4 big key and Ganon's Tower.
Alright, and down goes.
Oh yeah, GT, aka go there, where they are right now.
Alright, and nothing like finding a fetch quest on the top of Ganon's Tower. That Swamp Palace Big Key is just a fetch quest at this point for Thalane, as he's already taken care of Argus.
Well, you know, that Swamp Palace Big Key can be a fire rod if they don't find access to Pumper Ledge. And Thalane is doing music with his workshop.
I'm always a fan of keeping to the beat here. Alright, and down goes the Sorcerer for Thalane. The King of all Bacon is loose, but we can't fight him quite yet. We're still missing a few crystals.
And am I really the only one being I get to? Like, really rude?
Alright, and unfortunately for Ursula, they visited GT, but can't progress any further they need to figure out how to get to the GT Big Key. So they need to hit the. Well, unfortunately, they head back to the pod they've already cleared.
Where was GT Big Key again?
It was in the shovel spot, which the the shovel is in the Dark Maze of Palace of Darkness, which Ursula has orphaned.
Oh, right. I even said it that it was there. Oh, God. Oh, God.
This seed proving to be rather rude through much of our duration that we've watched thus far. As we go through some recursive checks, just Thalane is making their way deeper into Skullwoods. If you've not already given these ones a follow at this point, please, please, I implore you to do so.
You mean Turtle Rock and not Skullwood?
Whatever. Dungeons are hard.
We're on normal difficulty. Why hard? And no, it's not a 4-hour seed.
Well, there's still time.
I foresee as of now a maximum of 3 hours, maybe.
And the real question is something hiding out in the Ganon's Tower big chest, which Thalane is orphaned. Meanwhile, Ursula will have to make their way back to the Dark Maze of Palace of Darkness to get the GT Big Key, because we will have to face Aga 2 in this seed, which Thalane is already taken care of, but there's no way to mark it on the... Oh, there we go. Ganon's Tower is marked. Awesome. Thank you, Key Sanity Tracker. And here we find our way to Laser Bridge. That's a magic cape.
The cave?
So now we can go through the Bumper Cave.
But not at Bumper Cave.
Alright, so there's 20 bucks. So with that, Thalane cannot do anything else here.
But you find Bumbos.
Speaking of Bumper Ledge, that spit us out on the top of Bumper Ledge. That gives us another exit as well to check.
And
Fairy Fountain. But that...
Well, I would have said go mode, but we need 2 more big key, 3 more.
But now we can go visit Ice Palace and progress inside. With the Bumbles Medallion, we could kill Freezors.
Well, that lane could complete Ice Palace, because I'm pretty sure we'll do bomb jump to say, hell no, Ice Palace big key. I want to win.
However, that Ice Palace big chest could be holding onto an item of note. I like fetch quest chests. I don't actually, because I'm not a jerk.
Well...
But Thalane is going to go ahead and see what their cape unlocks.
Well, they didn't need the cape, in fact, because they just used that hook shot.
But the cape did put this in logic. Unfortunately, it kind of dead ends them on what would be the Mimic Cave. But it is another entrance knocked off the list.
Okay, so what does the Holdman do to Lane to make it regain all of his health?
He talked to the old man.
That's not regenerating health.
Apparently he has the healing touch. And I don't even want to go there.
Yeah, something we can tell on SG. Cause it is speed gaming. We can see.
So Thalane now has access to open the Turtle Rock front door. Goes in, dips into the back of Desert Palace to reset those.
You know, it still doesn't.
He can't lift.
He can't lift, bro. Do you have a lift?
No, we don't in this seed because they're not here.
Oh my god. I like using me. I like sometimes using me, but in correct situation like this, do you even live?
I think that may have been the third or fourth time this season that we've gone to lift something that we just can't. Because it's just at 2 hours in, you're not expecting to not have Titansmiths at this point.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, thalane heading into the Bonk Rocks and is now going to clear Ice Palace, realizing I'm a little low on magic for this. Perhaps though he should have used his Bombos medallion before. Thank God for that green goo we found a long time ago.
Well, we could just also visit the witch, which is
on Death Mountain.
No, not Death Mountain. I don't think it's that. Oh yeah, yeah.
The witch's hut is on Death Mountain, next to Sick Kid.
Well, Sick Kid, the Baldy Boulder. Cause yeah, Sick Kid gave us power glove. So in this seed, the Sick Kid is a Baldy Boulder. Suffering from muscular illness.
We have seen Tower of Hera entrance. I believe it's somewhere in Kakariko Village. I forget exactly which door.
I know we found it. I just don't remember where.
Unfortunately, my notes have not been the best this seed. And for that, I apologize, chat.
I do hope some clips are made on what we do as commentator and what the runner are doing. I hope some clips are being made.
Alright, and thalane is setting up their bomb jump successfully.
Yeah, if you hadn't succeed, I would doubt that thalane. I would doubt my trust in thalane in his skills a little, but I know thalane is capable of doing bomb jump.
Yeah, sometimes even the most skilled runners just have an off day, as he had to re-enter the room to set it up.
Yeah, but re-enter is okay.
Though interesting to note that there are some permutations of Randomizer which make the bomb jump impossible, because it messes with the subpixels a bit.
Oh, that I didn't know. Oh yeah, maybe because the fire bar is not the fire bar.
Yep. Alright, so that's so far nothing of note in Ice Palace, so it will be a crystal prize. And for those asking, we have not... And thank you for Korek for filling me in that you can fix the bomb jump if you kill the flying enemies in the super tile.
Thanks, Korek.
Alright, so that's 2 more Freezors burned to find the Quake Medallion, so...
Wait.
So the numismatist outstairs will be happy. We've completed our coin collection.
Well, now he's the true collector. Now I can check the floor.
But now we just need some key, and then now we need to collect some more keys, because that's really what's holding us back in this seed.
Well,
thalane finally lifts just under 2 hours. Took us 1 hour to get the first lift, and there's another hour to get the second lift upgrade.
What a thing! What a thing!
So we've been working out this whole seed. 1 hour workout gets you first lift, with second hour workout gets you the second lift. Buy my videos today.
Oh, I lied. Oh, I so much lied.
Zelda Blank here for Taibo.
So, yeah, when someone tells you, ask you, bro, do you ever lift? You can say, yes, I do lift.
Somebody called Billy Blank. We followed those instructional videos and found our way to lifts. Meanwhile, Thalane dropping their way into the cold stair fight. No fire rod, but we do, so we'll have to bomb-bust the shell open. We do have the tempered sword to try to pin these puffs in the corner. And Thalane puts cold stair in the corner, but that unfortunate ice block kind of knocks him loose.
Well, you know, putting cold stair in the corner because it is a bad kid.
Alright, and we get $1.
And High Spells was a crystal.
Which I think we got it spoiled with the map check at some point, but that is now a third big chest that we have orphaned. Oh baby. With Ursula having orphaned the pod big chest area, Thalane having orphaned Ice Palace and Ganon's Tower.
Oh, yeah. Fine. Didn't open that, but found a big key. Oh, the meme. Oh, the frustration of that.
Thalane definitely showing his frustration, and after clearing Ice Palace the Ice Palace, he gets the big key.
Well, that's frustrating.
But now with that second lift, Thalane now has access to the Mire area. So many entrances to be checked here. We can guarantee we can open the front door, so it's double bombos to open the doors here, folks. So no bird toss today.
Wow, we found a connector.
We're going to check a few more caves before we do that, including what is the front door here.
Dumb entrance, useless cave. So Mire shed.
And don't forget right side Mire and the checkerboard cave.
Oh. Well, let's say both shed were reversed.
And we do not have Swamp Palace big chest checked either. So many big chests that haven't been opened yet. And there's a fortune teller in the checkerboard cave.
Wow, Mini
Moldorm Cave. Hello, 5 more checks. Alright, and check number 1. Map of Eastern Palace. Number 2, the Fire Rod. Number 3, map of Ganon's Tower. Number 4, the big key to the Tower of Hera. Number 5, a map, Mini Moldorm Cave. Coming up huge. We've got fire. We can clear the Tower of Hera.
Yeah, more like, let's say...
That's just a pendant, but it is a clearable dungeon! And many items to check.
Let's say it's mini map door cave. Mini map cave indeed, but map door cave.
Or mini map rod cave, because it had the fire rod.
Yeah, but that was not the major things there. We didn't find like 2 rods and 2 cane in there. We find 1 rod.
So it is a handy rod to have. As it does open for us another entrance in Skull Woods.
And let us finish Skullwood.
Indeed, and and that appears to be a crystal, which Thalane is going to go ahead and make use of right away. Thankfully, if the ice rod comes up in an inconvenient location, we don't know if we need it quite yet. And Ursula, 2 hours in, is going to go ahead and make their check.
Oh, and yes,
the sewers.
That's it. seems like thalane forgot an entrance there. I wouldn't say he is in go mode, cause DP key and Eastern key.
So at this point, thalane is, as far as we know, is in item go mode, unless a fetch quest item is locking one of our big keys.
Or Rock is locking a big key.
So as far as items go, he's good unless there's a something on Trinex or a fetch quest. But Chad is right, he did not go to the right side entrance of Misery Mire, though I don't know how many more entrances we're looking for at this point.
Yeah, you know, yeah, the right side, the right shed of Misery Mire.
My question is, are there any entrances we're lacking at this point that could be holding on to something of progression?
Key-wise, maybe not. Maybe overworld.
I'm trying to think if there's... Oh, I suppose that could have been Hype Cave.
Well, we didn't see Hype Cave yet. We didn't see Hype Cave place, but we did see Hype Cave location.
Yep, so Thalane taking Jeremiah on a bit of a world tour here. Go ahead and take him home.
I just didn't remember the
right,
only
so
cave with
what
the symbol.
Kind of craftsmen do we have here today? We have Fletchers.
Oh, no, we have Sewing Kit. Vampire Skewered.
So perhaps they are Van Helsings?
Vampire Hunter. Van Helsing is a legend, you know? Well, seems like he's going to check a GT Big Chest. Or right side.
Yep, this will be his chance to check Big Chest as well as the right side, as he now has the Fire Rod in order to clear this right side. So this may be his best. This is his best chance to route this in. Because if you wanted to check the GT Big Chest earlier, he would have had to go through the entire... He'd have to go through most of the left side. Again.
So it will have like 5 check.
Alright, so 10 arrows. Small key to Tower of Hera, that's good to find. Small key to Turtle Rock. And the Butter Sword!
Butter Sword! Butter Sword! Well, I'll say that the yellow color fits well with his blue Shy Guy suit.
And now Thalane should be making their way over to the big chest as we get a really nice Kane O'Brien dash. Oh, hard hat beetle. Why are you gonna do us like that, hard hat beetle? Nice little bonk to avoid the fire snake there. I like that. Alright, Guinness Tower Big Chest is a whole lot of love! And more importantly, Thalane now has full access to the Tower of Hera. And everything hiding within.
Yeah. Oh, check out West Tower of Hera, as it seems.
Alright, so Thalane gonna go ahead into the Tower of Hera. Lots of checks to be made here. We'll save the coffee break for last, as he doesn't have any magic to... He doesn't have enough magic to light all those torches.
And just like... Well, I can just move her out. And when I'm finished with Moldorn... Well, now is the Black Shy Guy. for those who don't know Paper Mario, the black shy guy in Paper Mario in Chapter 4 is really strong. So that is why it is black.
Alright, so we're heading up to Moldorm here. On the lane side. This is Moldorm 1, but it's our second Moldorm of the game so far. 2 posts of the butter sword. We're done here.
Well,
right,
a big key.
There we have the big key to Desert Palace. Blue pendant.
Yeah, it was a required dungeon.
So with that, Eastern Palace big key being the only thing really keeping the pedestal alive outside of a fetch quest item.
Well, thalane, good check. Ooh. Yay! thalane checked the small chest.
Well, he had to wait until after he completed the dungeon so he could get the magic refill, because he did not have enough magic to light all the torches.
Well, you know, there's a little pot of magic and a full refill at the torches.
But at that point, you may as well, it's a little, just a slight bit more efficient to make this check now.
Well, Tiny's making fun of the quick swap.
Because then all you can do is mirror out of this and be done. I forget about the full magic refill.
Insanity can be hard, dude.
Alright, meanwhile, on Ursula's side, we're skewering a few eyeballs.
And
that's the big key to Eastern Palace. We are one big key away from the end of the seed. Where's the Thief Town big key? That's the question on all of our minds now at this point. But the lane now has a... Actually, wait, take that back. Yeah, just the Thief Town big key, but we have Eastern Palace, Desert Palace, and Turtle Rock for those things that come up in. Though Turtle Rock is only on Trinex, so you have yet to see that ice rod.
Well, you know, Swamp Palace, the big chest was not checked.
As far as as far as item go mode goes, yep, we have Ice Palace, Swamp Palace, and what was the other big key big chest we orphaned?
Big key chest. We have Eastern Desert, Swamp.
As far as ones that we have to go back through
not open yet.
And speaking of ice, now we can kill Trinex.
The high sort of bad news.
Well, now the Thieves' Town Big Key could be on the fabled pedestal, but first we're going to clear through Eastern Palace. Hello, Ped Logic at 2 hours 13 minutes. Well, Ursula turned in their green pendant and is mulling over their options. Unfortunately for them, they may have forgotten that they have not gotten the shovel out of the Dark Maze, which will give them Ganon's Tower Big Key, which keeps them from doing Ganon. They also need to get to the Fire Rod
to beat Skullwood. Logically speaking.
Hopefully, if they find that final pod key, it'll point them back in that logical direction, but it may take them a while.
Oh, but for him, I can also say
fetch quest
reminder, and well, you know, got a fetch quest now.
Alright, so there's a mushroom in the Eastern Palace big chest. Now, the witch is in a vanilla location, but Dark Death Mountain is where you'll find the witch's hut. Ugh. Still a lot to be cleared in this seed, folks. If you haven't already given these guys a follow, I would really, honestly hope you would do so after this race, because what a show they put on for us today. Now, one thing of note that does open up the possibility of fake powder is we have a vanilla bat location.
Yeah, fake powder, get out magic powder out of the game. Well,
there is the Arrow of Destiny on the Armos Knights. The boss where it kind of tells you, use the bow. Hey, here's all the arrows. Use the bow on the boss. Or, you know, the blue boomerang, 48 hits per thing.
Yeah. Use the meme strat. Well, he's definitely doing fake. Oh, I thought he's definitely doing fake powder.
He will, but not before he grabs the purple chest. Or I think he's gonna turn that in first.
Well, that could be a good idea. Piece of art, not a big key.
Alright, and and as we clear through some of these checks, shout out to the link. This is a Link to the Past Randomizer League match. If you'd like to see the schedule for it or check out the VODs, I put the links up in the chat right now. Or check out ALTTPRLeague.com to check out everything Link to the Past Randomizer League. And we are in the 5th week, and that is a lot of bees on Ursula's side.
And also, we got a ALTTPR League Discord that you could join.
Definitely, if you want to get more and find out more about this league, we are in week 5. Next week is week 6. Now, this match does have some playoff implications, as Team Awesome needs this win to help keep them in the 2nd place spot and give them a chance to catch for I'm able to do an interview if we win next week to get access to that first round bye. And I believe a win will lock them into the playoff location at this point, as last locationers will not be able to catch up to them with their current allotted points. So that'll leave Old Swagger Jackson and the last locationers to do find that last playoff spot. So lots to be played for in this Death Mountain Division match.
Yeah, I could say that for us as of maybe week 5.
We are almost to the end of this Link to the Past Randomized League, and it's been a lot of fun to watch and call. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I am, as we find out the Turtle Rock entrance is just a shop. As that hookshot speed just won't set up for thalane there. But we're moving on. Ursula heading over to the Pyramid of Power. And thalane, now finally with the Desert Palace big key in hand, is going to head to the back of Desert Palace and take care of Landmolus.
Yeah, and chat, yes, I hope it will. Roommate will do an interview if they win. Cause or else I will say, you lie, liar.
I don't take them for one of them. Looking over at the Lake Hylia division, 2 teams having clinched the playoffs so far. That's Team 4K Fourth and Forehead and the Fentrana Drifters. The Titansmiths and Sphere Affinity are battling out for that last playoff spot, with Titansmiths having a 3-point lead. So if the Titansmiths win out, they're in. Sphere Affinity would need at least 1 loss to start a tiebreaker scenario, but will need to win out if they want in. And with that, we are into the Landmolus fight. Landmo 1 of the game, Landmo 2 of the seed, as we've already been through all of Ganon's Tower. And that's the end of the Landmolus there. That's $300 and a crystal. All that's left here,
well, I would go for the mushroom right now.
I would definitely say a mushroom tournament would be in their future.
Oh,
I don't think thalane has done it.
Fake powder, fake powder, fake powder.
And
get out magic powder off of the game.
All right, and thank you for the chat reminding me that in those Lake Hylia division matches, the 1 and 2 seed play each other, as well as 3 and 4 play each other. So all those matches definitely matter. So this is going to be a lot of fun to watch at the end of this league.
Oh,
Right, so with this,
that's
Thalane can use this fire rod and clear through these final 2 checks of Turtle Rock, and then potentially find their way back to Trinex if they feel so inclined. They have to go through the entire dungeon because the entrance to Laser Bridge is inaccessible.
Well, someone in chat says Trinex leading to pedestal.
Though we do have access to the
back of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, we do have access
to the big chest entrance of Turtle Rock.
Meanwhile, Thalane is finally going to make our check of what the Ice Palace door is. It's just a shop. So right now, the hunt is on for the Thieves' Town Big Key. If you thought the hunt for the Ice Rod was tough, here we are. Now Thalane looks like they have remembered that they have not walked to this right door of Mire, perhaps.
Exactly.
Alright, so what is on the right side door of Misery Mire now?
Mire Shed.
Oh, it moved a little bit. 3 bombs. And Beast Fart.
Well, Thalane is healthy, you know? It's rare to see people in the randomizer with so many hearts.
Yeah, here we are here, folks. 2 hours, 22 minutes in. We have 18 of our 20 total hearts. We do not... the last thing we're looking for is the Eastern Palace... Or, excuse me, the Thieves' Town Big Key.
Keys and E's rough, dude.
I don't even know dungeons, but now Ursula has found their way back into the Palace of Darkness, so they will finally have their shovel, which leads to the GT Big Key, which it leads to a majority of the big keys of the seed.
Yeah, so, Ursula. Oh, you got more keys. Ursula, friendly reminder, goodbye.
And not knowing that, either not knowing or not comfortable with the hammer yump, coming up fairly costly in the seed is these... just get out of the way, yo. There's the shovel for Ursula. And with that, Thalane gets half magic from the witches.
Did he do fake butter?
I don't think he did.
Well, that could slow Thalane down. Fake
Potentially.
butter.
But we could still do... We could still finish... Alright, so with that, Ursula does have access to the shovel spot, and we'll find their Ganon's Tower Big Key now. They can probably head straight up to the Ganon's Tower climb and find many, many big keys. That mushroom was a little magical, you would say.
Oh, yeah, by the way. GT, hey, go there, please.
I think Thalane may have forgotten what that was.
I don't think he forgot where it was, GT.
I think he just forgot what was in that spot. Where he's trying to get his way into Turtle Rock at this point, perhaps?
You know, Thalane could check the entrance to Big Red Bomb.
He remembered where his Turtle Rock entrance is. And yes, we do have access. No, actually, we don't. We can't check the Big Red Bomb because the other 5-6 is in Thieves Town.
Oh, right. So Big Red Bomb is useless.
That Pyramid Ferry location is nothing of note. In fact, it may very well be just the exit when you get when you fall on Ganon.
No, that can't be.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I think that would be fun. Either way, it's junk. No matter what is behind that entrance, it's not going to help us, the seed. In the meanwhile, Thalane making their way over to Trinex, and we have ourselves an almost all dungeon seed. We know we don't have to clear Aga 1, but we've done everything else so far. And we've checked both chests in Aga 1. Alright, Thalane heading over to face off with the Trinex. Ursula making their GT climb as these mimics are just not cooperating with his arrows. And neither is Trinex with taking his ice rod doses.
Wow, I was just getting some tea. So, Bungie, why did I miss?
You missed Trinex being obnoxious. And some red mimics not cooperating with silver arrows.
Oh, the usual.
Alright, and that is the end of Trinex. 4th and Lane, Blinken, you missed it. That fight's over. What will we have for the prize? The Book of Medora and the final pendant. I think we may just rush straight for pedestal at this point.
Wow, Stone Tablet.
Depending on where they are on the map, of course. Being that they're up on Death Mountain, they're heading over to the Ether Tablet first.
Well, someone in chat said try next leading to pedestal. Well, they saw in the future.
Alright, so mirror over. Hold our sword aloft to the sky, pray to the goddesses of Hyrule, and what do we have on this tablet today?
We have berries.
3 bombs.
You know, Yaoi beat a god he has the Titan Smith.
It looks like Thalane says, I'm not going to this tablet first, I'm going ped. Do you think even though he has the book, we'll get a blind pull? I think at this point, when you have all, oh, he's gonna read it.
I think he's gonna read it.
So it's either a time save or a time lost by reading it.
Well, at least we know what the kid will say.
Alright, and just pocket change, move along. Rest in peace, pedestal. Now let's go check out the Bombos tablet, shall we?
Well, Bombos tablet.
Unfortunately, taking the hype away from chat is we don't get to see that pedestal pull. Which turns out to be a time save. We're still looking for the Eastern Palace Big Key, and Bombos tablet looks to be the prize. Making use of his item quick swap as it is allowed in Crossworld's Key Sanity. Hold our sword aloft to the sky, praise to the goddesses Jinfuror and Nehru, and falls from the sky just a piece of heart.
I think for fire is more like, let's say, dim. And since then it would be in the mountain, naturally let's say then, or any other, maybe forward.
I suppose wind comes with thunder. I can dig it. Alright, so who wants to dive a really inconvenient big key? A big chest? We're either going to Swamp Palace or we're going to Ice Palace.
Swamp Palace first.
It's closer to where he is. And it's faster.
And faster.
All we need now is the Thieves' Town Big Key. And we're running out of locations in this 2.5-hour monstrosity.
Well, I did say I did foresaw a 3-hour max. And when I say that, it's long.
Big chest, and here we are at 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 27 seconds. The lane has the big key to Thieves' Town and is in go mode.
Well, I called it. I did foresee a 3-hour seed maximum.
Alright, so now Thalane just needs to run to the left and take care of Blind the Thief. Having already taken care of Ganon's tower, they'll just have to walk up to the pyramid at the end of all of this.
Yeah, since he didn't beat Aga 1, he needs to climb the pyramid.
And I forget what entrances are on the top of the tower, on the top of the castle.
Top of the castle or top of the pyramid? Oh,
whichever.
You know, you could just like.
Either way, all we have to do is take from the basement up to Blind the Thief.
You know, you could just take like Near's cave dark wall portal and take that and climb the pyramid.
And then we get the God Pixel by Thalane shout-outs to that dash through that hellway. And Chad bring him an interesting point. We never got to see Hype Cave.
Indeed.
The Hype
in before Hype Cave is Big Red Dome.
I think at this point it has to be. I don't think we've missed any other entrance at this point.
Oh, sir, look a lot. Pyramid is Ganon. Oh, Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, I didn't say.
Or Ganon's Tower, I suppose. Yes,
yeah.
But
whoa,
I mean,
time to go to GT.
We're never gonna see it because once you have all 7 crystals that can open GT, you could just chop into Ganon and fight. Speaking of that Ganon fight, we have Butter Sword. We have 18 hearts. We have red mail, half magic. There's nothing stuff, and a blue potion. There's legit nothing. Hey, look, magic powder.
And seems like Ursula didn't find his Butter Sword. Hey, you know what? Thalane just need to get 1 castle tower key and beat Ganon, and we have a full cleared tracker.
Wouldn't that be something? I don't see we're going to see at this point is we're just going to see a quick on-script blind fight for Thalane. And then likely we're gonna rush straight over to Ganon, straight over to Ganon in the Pyramid of Power. And down goes Blind. As Thalane plays the song of his people. And with that, that is our final crystal, the King of Old Bacon, what is now available to be destroyed.
Yeah,
Chat bringing up the point that the hot swap seems to have disabled his silvers. We'll see if that comes into play later on.
And when you don't have what?
So the item quick swap turned off silver arrows.
Oh. Thalane, why are you going that way? You just have worked before.
He's trying to. Well, this avoids going to the hammer through the hammer pegs. He walked around them.
But still, he has to do it some hammer peg. Also, what's the point?
From what we're getting from more experienced winners than I, that this is faster. I do believe it looks like I think one less screen transition.
Chat, let us. Oh, correct side is faster. And from my resources,
I learned a lot about cheese
from my
now.
resources, I know. I knew that correct is old.
Alright, and here we are into phase 3 of the cannon fight. Now let's wait for the big pig to hold still and we can give him a piece of our mind. So far, been relatively cooperative on this front. Alright, and here is the final swing, and those aren't silvers. Did you find the hero... This is
where I wrote Nair's book.
I've never seen that text before. I find that amusing.
Well, that's the library.
I think... did Thalane forget he had silvers? He's doing silverless!
Well, gesturing... What a show-off.
I think I'm gonna have to ask him in the interview if this was intentional or if he forgot.
What a show-off.
And the UI shows no silver arrows. That's really weird, because we know he has them. Alright, and with that, down goes the big pig. Get your GGs in chats, folks. Just a 1x3 bridge is all that separates Thalane and the victory for Team Awesome! And with that, I am happy to announce that Thalane has finished this race in first place with a Fisher SRL time of 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 5 seconds. GG's Thalane, what a seed!
Well, as it was its comment for the SRL, its comment first line after it's not done is what the fuck. Is what WTF I should say. WTF.
Yellow card. All right. Well, hopefully we will get Thalane in here in just a moment. What a race! I mean, what even was this seed? I mean, it took us an hour to find lift upgrades for each, and 1 hour each to find each lift upgrade, and then Ganon's Tower had the keys. Let's get real here. It was the Tower of Keys.
Well, we have Thalane now. You did.
Well, Thalane, GG's to you.
Yeah.
And I guess my first question is, do you even lift?
That was my line.
It took a while, but now I do, I guess.
Just that unfortunate glove timing, an hour for each glove. Just something you don't really think of. You definitely had to work your arms out a bit before they let you lift a bit.
Yeah, at least we got boots and flute early, so that was kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, at least that little bit was kind, but 2.5 hour clear, and I am dying to see that collection rate after all of this.
Well, it's quite a bit. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have that much left, to be honest. Let me see. I had a couple of entrances left, like 4. No, it was 5 actually. Ice Palace, big chest, and 2 chests in Thieves Town. I think that's about it.
Yeah, it's just so much. Oh, and one of those entrances is being the Hype Cave we never saw. To my knowledge, I don't think we saw Hype Cave.
We didn't see that cave.
All right, and then my next question, Thalane.
Now,
in that Ganon fight,
Hey, that's my line. You stole my line. I stole your line. In the gun
Go right ahead.
But did you know you had silver, right? Why did you do silver this?
Dude, I don't know. I'm like when I play rando, I sometimes can't remember stuff I did like a while ago, and so I entered the fight. I like in the back of my head, subconsciously, I knew I had silvers, but then I like looked at the UI. I was like, wait, where are my silvers? And then I checked the menu and was like, or like I menued to bow because I was like sure I had silvers, and then it was just like the wooden arrows. And I thought, that's interesting, whatever. Let's just do this. And then, like, after the race, I remembered, like, I only fluted to 8 at one point just to get silvers and get, like, a thinking break at that point, too. Because I don't know. I just kind of blanked out. I don't know.
I mean, the UI
according to chat, quick swap removes silvers.
Yeah, I heard. This is actually my first time playing with Quickswap in, I think, over a year, so I don't know. I think they were pretty good.
Well, it's not something you get to use very often in an official race. That's for certain. I mean, this is, as far as I know, this is the only mode where it's allowed in many main races, unless you're playing some casual stuff. But
yeah, I also like to disable it when I do entrance stuff. But yeah, I thought this time, you know, let's try it. It's not the end of the world. And then, obviously, in cross keys, every text box that appears, I try to cancel it with L and R, and then I like switch items. And it's yeah, it was. I needed to get used to that.
it definitely something that just takes you a little bit out of your normal chain of thinking. But this win comes up pretty big for your team, Awesome, as that puts you within 1 point of Raimi will do an interview if we win, and that's your opponent for next week. So the ability to put yourselves ahead and into that playoff bye must feel pretty good.
Actually, I think we're not playing Raimi will do an interview. We're playing the what are they called?
Did I look at the schedule wrong?
Walter and Magnificent and Kern. I forgot the team name.
Actually, no, you're right. It's Old Swagger. I apologize. I had it wrong from chat. And Frame doing Rush the Nintendo swag.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward that we never played the
swag.
Oh, that's like Hylia division. I'm thinking. I apologize. I got my divisions wrong. It's been a long race. I'm scrambled. I'm sure you are at this point, Thalane.
Case NEC is rough, dude.
Throwing cross worlds and oh boy.
I like the mode, actually. I just think this seed was like kind of on the special side, I guess. Because, I don't know. I was looking for a connector to the my area for like the entire race. And then the intended access was via Titansmids. And then I even forgot an entrance. Like,
shout out to the Titansmids just showing up on Ursula's side.
Yeah, now Ursula now know how to live. How to lift perfectly.
Alright, so Thalane, how do you feel going into that final week against Old Swagga in standard mode?
I think it's doable. Probably winning 1 race, maybe 2. So I don't know. I'm confident on our side. I just hope that Kyong kind of messes up against Zero Rush. That's like the hope I have.
Oh, you don't know. Maybe I'll face Kyong or Florian Taylor. That we don't know yet.
Yeah, dude, give it your best.
Alright, so right now on the schedule for Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Rush the Nintendo Swag, or Kyong will face Zero Rush, and that's one of the 2 matchups for those 2 teams. That has been set. The second race has yet to be scheduled for that. Meanwhile, Thalane, looks like you will be back on our streams on Monday at 12 Eastern against Walther.
Yeah, that's correct. I just kind of want to do my race real quick next week and then like chill a bit.
Yeah, so it seems like I'll fight Super Nintendo. And so, yeah.
I guess while I got you here, Thalane, now your thoughts on the league so far, as we get to closing it out.
I think it's pretty fun, personally. I just kind of think it's awkward that, you know, the races or the modes get progressively more difficult, I guess, or like special. And then like week 6 is standard, which we played in week 1. So it's kind of like it's getting harder and harder, and then all of a sudden there's like a huge drop in difficulty. That's like the first thing I feel like that's a bit awkward. And the other one is that like not every team plays every other team, so I think we should have had like another week, because we are never playing the Furami team, so that's kind of weird as well.
Oh, but I'd say for week 6, it's more like, oh, let's return to normal and relax stuff.
And shoutouts to still, despite that, how many items there were, how many places we had to go in that seed, you still stayed under 200 on that collection raid.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Oh, and be sure if you check the VOD, you'll see how we commentated that seed.
This is definitely an interesting VOD to check out as we make our way through just what has been just not the worst cross keys I've been a part of, but not the best either.
Yeah, no, just shout out commentating, or yeah, let's say lifting the mood with some well-placed meme.
Yeah, we gotta have a little bit of fun through there. So hopefully, I'm excited to see that race come Monday with you, Thalane. Feel pretty good for that one, you think?
I don't know. I played a match in the German tourney earlier as well, and I threw that one. So yeah, not feeling too good about Rando lately at all, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, it's mainly for fun, so I shouldn't be too sad or too mad about anything that's happening.
No, I would definitely agree. And I guess chat expressing their disappointment of you having all the pendants but still reading the pedestal.
Oh yeah, I had to do that for my friends P-Flan, Egg, Gem, and the other guys.
Definitely had to show them a little, just show chat a little bit of unfortunate. No, the hype's not with you, as Akaz apparently wants to ban you.
Yeah, I once banned him. And correct, too. 2 wants to ban you.
Oh, here comes the third.
Third.
But let us not discount what Ursula is doing on our screen. Still pressing into this seed, despite the fact that it's very much over for his team and this race.
But let's see, we got highlight is not say endurance, but willpower to continue.
Definitely keeping the endurance and wanting to keep going on and put an end to this seed, which has just thrown them in difficult directions. Thalane, you're welcome to stay or to go at this point in this race. But I definitely want to give you a final chance to shout out anything you'd like to before you take off or stay alone.
I don't know, maybe shoutouts to the Ice Palace Biggie that I found immediately after doing Ice Palace. And
oh yeah, that.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. That was
pretty funny. And yeah, also thank you guys for commentating as always. I said it in the German tournament earlier, but like as a player, we really like appreciate what you guys are doing, because it's like you just sit there for like 2 to 3 hours commentating races, and like all these streams and all that could not be done without you guys. So thank you very much for all that. And well, also tracking, obviously.
Well, I appreciate hearing that as someone who kind of focuses more on the commentary side of things, because I certainly would. I would be crying in the corner about an hour and a half into that seed.
Yeah, shout out to our tracker, Lankalot777.
So I got Link. I don't dislike you, I'm mad at Hitsu, so So that's that.
And there we have it, folks. Meanwhile, on the side.
So shout out to Ursula4115 willpower to continue. And so
With the fire rod in hand, Ursula is now finally heading back to take care of Mothula. Shoutouts to all of those involved in this Link to the Past Randomizer League, the admins, the restreamers out there on the speed gaming side, as well as you for doing some others.
yeah, shout out. So with that, you say shout out to me. Nice. And shout out to Link a lot. 777. Also, guys, he's part of that. But you know, the owner of the league is per agent. So you also say shout out to him.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun to be able to commentate and be a part of this Randomizer League. I hope all those of you out there watching are having as much fun as we are putting on this show for you. Hopefully the runners are still having fun, despite the fact that these seeds have been kind of kicking them around lately. But that is the nature of Crossworld's key sanity, isn't it?
Well, I felt it very sandedly with my opponent with a 3-hour 26-minute finish, and me just forfeiting because just late.
Alright,
but I would have finished it otherwise.
Alright, so that is the end of the Moth for Ursula. That's another crystal in their collection.
Yeah, if we could get his audio, that would be nicely. That would be nice.
Alright, and as we make our way through more of this seed, we'll take a look at the rest of the speed gaming schedule. Right now on the main channel is the Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament, as well as some Zelda 1 Randomizer, all boards, no swords tournament on Speed Gaming 2 right now. After this will be more Super Metroid Prodigy, and New Super Mario Brothers New Super Mario Brothers Wii is about to start on Speed Gaming 4.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii New Person Tournament is happening right now on Speed Gaming 5. As is the thalane chat in the chat.
Alright, and looking forward to tomorrow. The channels have not been decided, but there's a bit of action there. In the early morning, starting 6 a.m. Eastern, you can see some Portal 2, followed by some Kirby's Dream Land. Channels yet to be decided. We have some round of 16 matches from the Link to the Past Randomizer Spoiler Log Tournament, as well as there is a Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer Combo Hard Mode, more Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament, the Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer, Super Metroid Randomizer League has 3 matches on the docket thus far, as well as some Pac-Man World 2 at 6 p.m. Eastern. That should be a lot of fun to see. And also seeing at 10 p.m. Eastern is Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly Race Mixed Quest Second Overworld. Should be a lot of fun to watch. I imagine there may be perhaps some later stuff, other stuff added onto the schedule. Lots of fun things going on the Speed Gaming network of channels. As far as the league goes, we can look at... Sorry.
As of now, Ursula just getting a hard container in a small key. Now you can continue. As I said, you can continue.
right, so Chad pointing out there earlier this week on the main channel there was a Super Mario RPG randomizer showcase done by Alaman and Pidge01 on the commentary. It was a lot of fun. Check that out, that VOD, if you're interested in that randomizer. But looking into the Link to Past Randomizer League schedule for the rest of this week thus far, so we have a week of standard mode races to finish out. On Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern, Old Swagger Jackson versus Team Awesome. That's thalane versus Walther IV. Also on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Spherefinity and the Titans Myths. That's P-Train versus SAGTG. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Faraimi Madoon interview versus Rush the Nintendo Swag, and that's Zero Rush versus Kyong92, and that's going to be a toughly contested match there. Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Spherefinity and the Titans Myths, that's GFE 12 versus Dante. On Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, Team 4K, Fourth and Forehead, and Fendrana Drifters, that's Gem versus Jet, M versus T, which is superior third letter, they ask. And on Saturday...
I would say it's an M, because all the viewers and myself see that my third letter is an M.
And finally, on Saturday, so far scheduled, is Fendrana Drifters and Team 4K, Fourth and Forehead. Their second match of that week, that's Megawatt versus Korek. So lots of fun as we still have both first seeds available, as well as playoff spots to be the third spot in contention in both divisions. Lots of randomizer to be had, folks. So keep your Twitch boxes locked on here.
Well, we all see that Gremel or Ursula Sprite is her range for some reasons, and they didn't withhold her well effectively. Also wording out most of Sprite in the game. But I didn't know we could have had that zombie grandma alive. Well, as a pair, we may need to make some audio since we don't have Ursula game audio. Well, now he finds his ice rod. We all know he's gonna do Hollow Rock, Eastern, South Palace, finishing with East Down, and then beating Ganon.
Still a lot to be found for them. They still have to... They will have to go back into Swamp Palace at some point to get that Thieves Town big key. And
but
they don't have the Eastern big key, and for the life of me, I don't remember where that is.
Yeah, Eastern big key and Tower Ephera big key chest.
Oh, he doesn't have the small key yet.
Oh, chat. Oh, and if I got the small key, and chat say who would win between the com in a randomizer race. That's not the point of this stream right now. You could ask that if you were in the League Discord, but that's not the point. That's not the point here. I will gladly ask about that subject, but that's not the point of this stream.
Alright, so we're going to head in up toward the Tower of Hera location. Shout outs to, if you take a look at the Speed Gaming chat, they are going to be having a Nintendo 64 Marathon July 11th through the 14th, and run submissions are open now. So if you happen to be the god of Superman 64, get that run in. I want to see it. Oh wait, do I?
Well, I'm sure you don't need to be a god of a game if you run an unknown game, perhaps.
I'm personally hoping to see some Ocarina of Time randomizer in that marathon.
Expect ETZ to be there.
Zooter is a very interesting animal in and of itself.
And for N64, I assume also that originally it needed to be N64. But yeah, now we're having a Lemmo 1/.2.
Yep, our technically first landmail, but our second landmail visit of Ursula's side. It looks like Thalane is going to show us a bit more of the seed, it would appear.
Well, thank you, Thalane. Oh, pad pool. But, you know, we got some couch catch.
I think it looks like he's heading that direction. But not to discount the action that's still going in this live race, as Ursula gets their 300 rupees from the Landmola's kill. And puts the end of that. That's another crystal, but they're missing some keys.
We're missing 3 keys. Oh, just make sure that it was the correct seed.
Thank you, Thalane. That's going to trigger a bit of chat here. We're going to go ahead and continue through the rest of this seed on Ursula's side.
Well, as I see now, I don't see any more action.
So we're going to go ahead and clear through more of Turtle Rock. What was there? There wasn't anything on that, was there? On Trinex, was there?
The book.
Oh, that's right, the book, which let us disrespect chat on Thalane's side.
Oh, so I need the firehead gun.
Yeah, we'll take care of the firehead. Now we're on to the ice head, though we don't have the half magic that was from the mushroom tournament, because he doesn't have that mushroom, and I don't remember where that's at right now. That was
the mushroom was Eastern Palace big chest.
Oh, that's right, and he doesn't have the Eastern Palace big key.
You will get it with a Tower of Era small key, which is I don't remember where, If chat is still with us, they will tell us where is the small tower for a small key. And yeah, Ursula's gonna get is that was which big key?
Now he doesn't have this. He's heading towards where the Thieves' Town is.
Oh yeah, that was one Palace big key, if I remember correctly.
Alright, well, Ursula is going to go ahead and check the Bombos tablet. That's likely going to be the last one of the checks. That is likely going to be one of the checks that we're going to be able to see on this race. As much as I would love to see Ursula press to the finish, we have to cut this broadcast short as the Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament is about to occupy this space. So with that, I'd like to thank LJ Min for joining me in the commentary booth, and keep your eyes locked out for the rest of the Link to the Past Randomizer League. Always, give a shout out to give the runners a follow if you haven't already done so. Follow the Speed Gaming Network of channels, that's Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Keep your eyes out on the ALTTPR League.com. And just find all of your Link to the Past Randomizer League as well as speedgaming.org/schedule to see everything that's happening on the Speed Gaming network of channels. With that, I am Bungie to the Tree, and I'd like to say good night and good rando.